So, the future of the Netflix characters is not on Netflix. It could be bound for Hulu. Now, let's talk about how, why, and who. So, Jeff Loeb, the guy running Marvel TV, has talked in depth about the future. And he said that they were blindsided by the cancellations. They had no idea what was coming. And they were deep in development of more stories for all the characters. So
I can see that. The way that almost every single season ended, you can tell they were supposed to continue.
The only one that has a solid ending is Punisher, and we don't know Jessica Jones because I'm not returning to it after season 2. So I'll never know. But you can tell me in the comments or on Twitter if it ends good. But it's interesting because he's teased that the characters that exist within that world, he says there's still many that are going to continue and have a voice. Now, he's talking about characters that also exist in that darker world, which to me, I think out of all of them, the safest one that's got to come back. There's no doubt in my mind that Daredevil is going to come back.
But then, of course, Marvel just auctioned off all the costumes.
Which, I talked about in a video, they have the blueprints still. You can auction stuff off, and you have the referential sources. But to me, it's the weirdest scenario in which these characters do still exist. They clearly have a world that's built out there that they can live in, that they can, you know, continue to build upon. And why would you not bring back some of them? And when they tease bringing back some of these elements, to me, it's weird that not all of them are going to come back, because I think there's a very real possibility you're not getting Luke Cage and Iron Fist, but you're getting Heroes for Hire. I think that's a possibility. I know in your heart you'd like them both to come back, but those are the shows that are like...
hurts so much.
Yeah.
And primarily it's like, especially how Iron Fist ended, like we were getting a really badass, like, Iron Fist that you read the comic that it seemed like they were leading straight into, and you were in awe and so upset.
I finished reading the entire run of Immortal Iron Fist, and that following day they canceled it. And I was like, ugh.
And then we also have, like, Luke Cage, like, he's the head of the mob now, so it's like, you have these two stories that you're like, well, I want these two stories to at least be able to finish, then bring them to Heroes to Hire.
I think there's a real possibility that we're going to get some sort of continuation of all of these characters, just not the way we would like, which is independent shows, or maybe, like, the last season of Cloak and Dagger, there's a very big, like, 3-minute scene where all they do is talk about Luke Cage. Like, they openly talk about him, and there's even, like, mentions of, oh, he's still out there doing his thing. So there's a possibility that you could get some sort of resolution with him
through the other shows.
Through the other show, when everything is wrapped up and they're allowed to appear somewhere, that Cloak and Dagger can go and jump over, and he could appear in their show. The hardest one, again, is Iron Fist, because his story has brought him all the way across seas. And he's not appearing anywhere else. But there is a possibility he could come back and continue some sort of cameo fashion. But Daredevil, to me, I think that's the one that's going to come back. He's got to come back. There's no way they keep that show just done after 3. Like, it's too much of a loss for everybody.
It really is, and especially because, like, we've joked about this. I don't know if we've joked about it on camera or not, so I apologize if I'm rehashing something. But it's like, with the end of Far From Home, Spider-Man kind of needs a lawyer now. So, like, what better way of being able to bring him in than being like, hey,
they'd be right on the line with that contract. But again, who's to say we're not going to get something Disney Plus? And as they just teased in this article, they're all working together now. So there is a possibility there will be some resolution to these. I'm willing to say Daredevil, like 100%.
Especially because his contract is the one that would be the first available.
Oh, no. Well, out of 4 of them, his would be the first, technically. Because it's Iron Fist, then Luke Cage, then him, then Punisher, and Jessica Jones. Because in the order of cancellation. So he's third in line, which means he's getting 100% renewed. That's gonna happen. Jessica Jones, I'd give like a 75 because it's a female and they're female driven, so they would want a female to offset everything. Luke and Iron Fist, I'm gonna give them like 25.
As solos, but I feel like it's more like a good solid 70 to 80 then. That they
For
get
heroes, if they want to go that, because everybody says the moment those two characters are together, it's their best episodes, which is true, so I'll take that. Punisher, 0%. I think his story's wrapped up.
I can see him being somebody who just kind of comes in and is between, almost like a Turk.
Yeah.
Turk is like literally in every single...
And Turk, 100%.
Turk 100%. Is done. Like,
he needs to be in everything.
His contract's already signed in gold.
Bring him back to everything. But yeah, I think Punisher just... They wrap up his story. He's out there. He's doing his thing. He's got his van.
Yeah.
So we're in the possibility where a year and a half from now, Ghost Rider is mowing down some thugs, and here comes Frank being like, those are my guys, I'm gonna help you with these guys. He's like, all right, Frank, I've read about you, we're on the same level. I'm a demon from hell, but I understand you have no soul either, so let's do this. Like, that'll work. Like, he can
see that working.
He can literally drive between series in his van, so I'm okay with that. It's gonna be interesting to see how this goes, but I think the way they keep teasing it, is something's going to happen with these characters. They can't let them go.
The hope that we've all been wanting, being like, come on, Papa Disney. Yeah. It's coming.
We'll know, I would assume this time next year will be when they start announcing some stuff.
So D23 probably next year.
If it'll go to Disney Plus. I'm assuming for Hulu, but then also that's an outfit for Hulu. New York Comic Con next year will be interesting because that's right around the time that the cancellations happen. So
that would be and
that's New York, so that's their outlet.
What better way to sit there than be like, hey, go look through the streets, because that's what New York City Comic Con does. They put little spray paints all over the city.
Yep, they were
and they hide things.
So that'd be pretty awesome. So we'll know more soon, but I think Daredevil's the one you can guarantee.
Yes.
Yeah.